Beso. Ginigit. Beso. Hello, friends. We back for another My Hero Academia reaction. Today we're checking out Season 7, Episode 3. Now, in the last episode, we got the death of Star and Stripes, the #1 hero of the US. There was a few things that was kind of weird there that didn't make sense, but I kind of understand why it happened that way. So, the thing about her last move, right, was to make it so that the quirk will attack other quirks. So this was like a trap. She made her read that Shigaraki was gonna take the quirk. I guess the reason they made it self-limiting, right? And I know the people can spin this a number of different ways, saying that the quirk has limitation, blah blah blah. But that's kinda, it's very subjective how people look at certain quirks, right? But anyway, I think the reason they did that, where the quirk got destroyed because it already ran out, if that made sense, right? Like, as far as we know, quirks don't run out. It's not like All For One can use his quirk, let's say the sonic wave or some shit, and then eventually, okay, it worn out, I don't have the quirk anymore. So it's not really like that, right? But the reason they did that was because the plan was Shigaraki gives the quirk to a civilian, right? And then he'll probably make the civilian use the quirk for something else, and then he'll take it, and that way the quirk will not destroy the other quirks, right? Or maybe it doesn't reset if you take it. So yeah, the civilian has to use a new order for that. So because of that potential plot hole making Shigaraki unbeatable, as if he's not unbeatable as of the moment, right? That would be a whole nother can of worms. So they just let it destroy itself. So yeah, that being said, we're gonna see the fallout from that fight. Without further ado, let's check it out.
Come now,
yeah, he got messed up.
Need to fret. We'll endure. Your quirk factors are simply fatigued, out of sorts. In time, you'll be able to use your many powers again.
I'll kill you, damn it. You will suffer. All of you. As long as there's a single person on this earth who remembers All Might's face, this hate within me won't go away.
You and I are quite similar, except for one thing.
Huh?
Take this to heart. A wise man, such as myself, will pave many different roads to a single goal. That's how I ensure success against any odds. To be more precise, I craft alternative routes years, sometimes decades in advance. My completed body will take more time than expected, and Izuku Midoriya has unfortunately returned to UA's fortress. But that's fine, because unlike you, Toya, I have many friends.
Go harder!
Sugar Rush!
Early tail dash!
Oh!
Ready, charge bolt!
This one's gonna sting!
Okay, okay.
Bump, 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 bump.
Acid balls.
Take it from the
Ooh.
top. With Frumpy, gravity! Meteor, Frumpy!
Woo!
You're dead!
Damn! He's still trying to kill Midoriya.
I stored up my power and then fired. Endeavor taught me that. And I'm not talking a single detonation. My improved cluster attack comes from me flinging around beads of sweat, then exploding them together.
New
That
tech.
upgrade's just the beginning. I'm leveling up all my moves.
There's definitely something different about Todoroki.
I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. I can almost regulate my left side as well as I control my right. This body will withstand Dabi's flames.
Mm-hmm.
My fire and ice working in harmony.
We located the Nomu hangar, Shigaraki's hideout, and the research lab, sure. But since All Might defeated All for One, we haven't been able to track down the boss man himself.
Yep.
He's the best there is at going underground. Damn nutsack face!
Cursed mental image.
Ooh.
Our second problem. We faced an incomplete Shigaraki last time, so his true power is an unknown quantity. And don't forget, we've lost half our numbers since then. At this point, we may be no match for him.
This is why our next move is vital. I have to force Shigaraki out into the open and fast. To do that, I need to hurry up.
You do mean we, don't you?
Yeah.
Seriously, Midoriya?
Remember your friends. Teammates.
Of course.
It just isn't fair. It seems like every time we think we've got All for One on the ropes, he gets the last laugh.
You've been mopey ever since Gunga and Jaku. I mean, we've all felt bad, but you took things extra hard.
You have no choice, son. He's given us explicit new instructions. The messages were in code, even if they were intercepted.
You even looked sad when Midoriya came back to us.
All for One's out of prison now, so things will go exactly as he wants them to. You know if you don't follow orders, he'll murder the three of us! Please, Yuga!
Oh!
You've done everything he's asked. Told him all the information he
Oh
wanted.
my
By the
god,
way,
is he the
when
traitor?
you told him about the training camp, no one knows that leak came from
The
you.
one from season 2?
The villains somehow knew we'd be at the USJ. It was the same when they ambushed us in the woods.
There's no other option. You have no choice.
He was the traitor. Dude, I actually thought that was like a forgotten plotline.
It can't be
The
true.
whole there's a
This
traitor
whole time,
among us.
Behind our backs, Aoyama was...
We've only ever wanted what's best for you, son. For you to be free to live a happy life. You want to be like everyone else?
Who would have let All for One give you a quirk?
Oh!
But it's too late. We're
He
all
was
for one's
quirkless?
arms now. We either do what he asks of us, or we are dead.
I've got to find a teacher, or anyone.
It's been so hard. I tried my best to hide the truth because if anyone found out what I've done, the guilt would crush me.
I ran into Hagakure. She said that the traitor is...
What are you talking about? How absurd. The girl must have misheard us.
Of course it's you. Midoriya,
Oh wow.
back then,
What an awkward
I was
moment.
the only one who couldn't say anything. Everyone else in our class called out to you.
Oh, that's right. He wasn't there.
His power is a quirk that was given to him by All Might, and All for One wants it. Since day one, you're all amazing. I just want to be seen as your equal. You were.
Listen! It's no accident that I'm here. I could tell you were upset. You were the only one who looked sad. So I came looking for you.
Mama and Papa were so dismayed when they discovered I was born without a quirk. They both came from wealth. As children, they wanted for nothing, knew only love and happiness. It's possible they were more worried about me being different than I was, at least at first. So, when my future looked uncertain, they did something desperate. There were rumors of a man who could give people quirks.
Oh no.
Eventually, to give me a better life. All because I was afraid of being different. My dream started as a desire to conform. But now, I want to do what Mama and Papa did for me.
I've heard that All Might is going to be a teacher at UA. See that the boy enrolls there.
To help others.
I want to know when your class will be unsupervised.
I couldn't stand it!
Aoyama!
I was filled with despair! Navel!
One for all.
Traitor!
My body refracts light. Aoyama, we all could have died. The entire country's falling apart around us. And you sat in class like you weren't involved.
Oh, we got the face reveal.
Dorm is us.
Wow. To be honest, it took forever. We should have really gotten that way sooner.
Anybody else? It's over. So, stand down. Stop fighting, please. We'll work this out.
Physically, he seems fine. At least he wasn't rigged to self-destruct in the same way Nagant was.
At this point, we can't deny it anymore, can we? There's a traitor at this school.
Yes, that's exactly what I remember.
Be a student.
I'm sorry, but I must ask you kids to give us the room.
Like we'd walk away from this.
Did he brainwash you or something? You
I will say,
doing.
I will say,
students born quirkless.
the traitor I suspected was either
We're still trying
Midnight
to restore a state of
or
order, so it's
Cementos.
imperative that you start talking. Tell us what you've learned about All for One. Don't leave a single detail out.
Oh, you don't know anything useful. That's the truth, I swear. We did whatever we were told. If we didn't, he would kill us. If we lied to him, he would kill us. Our son never knew the particulars of what he planned to do. All for One only told him to lay low and avoid suspicion. We're to blame, not Yuga.
How could you sleep at night in the same dorm as us?
My classmates, all of you could have died because of me. And yet, I smiled and laughed like we were friends. Because I wanted us to be. If you want to know the truth, it's that I am a villain through and through. I don't believe you! Why did you try to save Kachan and Tokoyami at the training camp?
Oh, yes, that's right.
What about the message for me? Is that something All for One told you to do too?
If we can't overcome the things that bring us pain,
That would make sense, actually.
Of course not! That night was a desperate cry for help. I know a hero who didn't give him everything either. He used her, but she stayed true to herself, to her heart. The problem was he'd crushed her spirit.
Young Midoriya.
Making mistakes or committing a crime doesn't mean you have to be a villain forever. So I want you to take my hand, right now.
I see what you're doing.
Because I promise you, you can still be a hero.
Helped All for One.
Dude, he said the line.
Assuming he's safe because he
Young
hasn't
man,
exploded.
you
Can't say
too
for sure
can
that
be
what
a
happened to
hero.
Nagant won't happen to him. We shouldn't let him speak another word until we can get him checked out and cleared at Central Hospital. Mr. and Mrs. Aoyama, one last thing. Why didn't you tell All for One we plan to attack Camino?
We have no way of reaching out to him ourselves.
We still have no idea where All for One is. But think, the board has changed.
But we're still at a disadvantage. Now do you get why we're tapping every possible hero and resource?
Oh!
Our next
We can use him as a double agent.
Hold up! Do we now have a way of forcing them to fight on our terms?
Yes!
He's right! Aoyama, I'll say it one more time. I promise you, you too can be a hero!
Oh, the line! That line is what made me watch the show. When All Might said that line in episode 1, I got chills. I was like, this show is different, bro. Like, I don't know any show that gave me those feels from episode 1. Like, it's so surprising to see a show make you care about the characters in such a short amount of time, right? So, the episode, I was gonna say the episode wasn't really good just because plot progression, nothing really happened, right? It was feels, right? Feels. There's a lot of feels going around, right? But plot progression, not really that much. But that line at the end, right? The whole, do we have a way of, forcing All for One out? I'm like, okay, that is plot progression. The situation has changed because with the whole Aoyama getting discovered as a traitor, I was thinking, how does this change anything, right? Is this a significant discovery, right? Or is it just tying up plot holes, right? Like, okay, we mentioned this in season 2, now we get the payoff, but the payoff is kind of meaningless because we can't do anything about it, right? Or it doesn't affect anything. But the idea that the Aoyama can be used to draw out All for One and, in company, that makes it way more significant, right? Also, we got to see the Invisible Girl, right? Finally, Hagakure, I think. It's so crazy. I'm still unsure of their names. It's already season 7, right? Yeah, I still don't know Dupli Arms and, Ultimate Muscle, right? So yeah, decent episode, right? Decent episode. A lot of feels, but we did get that revelation, and we have direction moving forward. So we're gonna use this information to plan ahead and set traps for All for One. That's gonna be the reaction. If you guys like the content, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to support your boy even more, links to Patreon down in the description. And put some beso in the comments, guys, because your boy needs a beso. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.